What's good, YouTube? Easy now 1337 aka Snow here today with a commentary about Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and the possibility of emblems returning and what I would like to see if they did bring back an emblem editor. Gameplay in the background is from the Hovis Man. I am going to work on getting some of my own gameplay, so don't worry, you will start to see more of my gameplays. But Hovis Man has some badass gameplays with a lot of K.E.M strikes, etc. So go and check out his channel, link is in the video description. But let's get into the commentary. So, as you all know, I am a fond emblem maker. I'm not the best emblem maker in the world, never claimed to be, but I enjoy making emblems and people enjoy using my emblems that I upload. So I would definitely like to see emblems return in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. The reason for this is that I can get creative again, I can base my channel around emblems again, and I can get a lot of views and a lot of money again, as well as doing other content on the side. But that's neither here nor there. What I would like to see in the emblem editor if it returned. Well, firstly, I believe there should be up to 50 layers of layers. Up to 50 layers in an emblem, so you can have 50 different layers with different icons, etc, etc, to be able to form any picture that you want. This would just blow open the door for people like DPJ to create some absolutely magnificent things, and for me, you know, just to expand what I already do. So on those layers, I would like to have various different shapes. Like the shapes we've had up to now are very, very good, and some of them are very, very useless. So I'd like more generic shapes that you can edit and alter. Such things as a semicircle or a moon-shaped crescent, because they were two things that were really missed out of the last game. You know, like a proper... It's hard to explain unless you make emblems, but there's certain shapes that I would like to see put into the game. I'm not going to go through all of them, but you know, I'd just like to see more genericized... Genericized? Is that a word? Maybe? Generic. Let's say generic. More generic shapes. You know, your basic shapes instead of all these complicated stuff. I'd like to remove, like, all the random shit like having a picture of a soldier, although you can stretch them out and mess around with them. I'd like to see less of them because they're just useless basically. I would also like to see the glitch type emblems as an actual choice. Like back in the day, you had to stretch out pieces of icons until they get to a certain extent where you could create shadow or light sources, because they would stretch so far all the pixels would blur. I'd like that just to be an option without having to find an actual glitch thing and open it up, because that's just long and I would rather just have it there ready. But what I definitely would like to see is on every layer an actual coordinates, like an editable coordinate, so you can put the numbers in as the coordinates. What this would do is I could create an emblem using, let's say, 10 layers. And that first layer is a certain shape, bent a certain way, skewed a certain way, change the shape and pull it into a certain part of the emblem, and then I would have all this data on the right hand side with coordinates, size, where one specific point is in the coordinates, and then that way it makes my emblem tutorials a lot easier, because I could just say layer 1 in the video and then list all the numbers that you need, and that also creates the chance of people to have absolutely perfect emblems to what the emblem editor makes, because there's so many times I've put my emblem videos up and I've seen them in the game and they're just shockingly bad. But this would give people a chance to have the exact emblems that we make by having a coordinate data, so that they could just copy the coordinate data, put it into their emblem editor and then create the same thing that we have. And also similar with the numbers as well, so you can edit the numbers of the colour, so you can have the exact same colours that we use in our thing, and that would make it so much more in-depth and so much more badass and so much more easier for us to pass along our emblems. But because if they did do that and made it easier, I would like to have an option of, let's say, in-game currency, like the COD point system, or maybe even real currency, and how it would work. So I could create a bunch of emblems, like 10 emblems, upload them to my channel, and then maybe have tutorials for 5 of them, and then the other 5 of them are just there on my account on Call of Duty. And then I can advertise to people on my channel where to find and what to search for. Search for EasyNow1337 in game. You get a list of my emblems, and then you can buy my emblems using the COD point system. So then that gives me COD points to be able to buy extra customization in game for other stuff, and you know, just a whole sort of money system. But also that could work with real life money. Imagine me making 10 badass emblems and then making a super badass emblem, just one simple emblem, and only I have access to that. I could then upload it to a database and people could buy my emblems for say $1 Now $1 is not that much to someone who wants a badass emblem. But then if 100,000 people buy my badass emblem at $1, that is a veritable amount of money, and you know, like an actual income for making emblems. I mean, YouTube does pay you as well, but not nearly enough as just putting $1 on an emblem download. And then people who don't want to pay will also have my emblem tutorials. But people who just want a quick bang, buy one for $1, it benefits me spending my time making emblems. That would be absolutely badass, and it's not that hard to implement into the game, in my opinion, especially on next-gen consoles with the, let's say, advanced technology that they have. It wouldn't be that hard to put into the game. And then you got people who make shitty emblems and try to sell them, or offensive emblems, they could be caught and banned that way, etc. And people who aren't as confident in making emblems as myself, but can make decent emblems, will get some sort of like feedback or acceptance for what they do, and then that will inspire them to do more stuff in life, and it's just a good system to have. And if they could put it in, it would be amazing. But I definitely want to see emblems return, just because it's, you know, it's what I love to do, and I earned a lot of money off it when emblems were popular, and I would like to earn that sort of money again. So that's my thoughts anyway on a possible emblem editor system style thing. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know what features you would add to the emblem editor, or let me know what you think about my ideas and all that sort of good stuff. Drop a like and a favourite. Check out the Hovis Man in the video description. But that's me done for today. Peace out. Take care.